Okay, well, we've got our data. Now we're going to do a little processing. We're going to use a peak picking software package to find the wavelength of all the peaks that we've located. One sec, I'll show you how that works. Okay, so now we'll go and open the file that we just collected. Here it is. And we've opened it into a software package that's used with an infrared spectrometer. But the software that runs the spectrometer is very general, and it will allow us to, it'll handle this data as well. I'm going to zoom in on the area of interest from here to about there. Whoops, a little bit more. And before we do anything else, let's just take a look at this data. You see what we're looking at? We see a series of lines which are very roughly equally spaced. I mean, we don't expect them to be equally spaced in wavelength. We expect them to be equally spaced in frequency, but still more or less. Notice something else. Do you notice how the intensities vary? The line at the laser frequency is very bright. And then there's this line, this line, this line, this line. And very rapidly, you can see that every other line is weak. One line is weak, the next line is strong, weak, strong, and so on like this. If you follow it, actually, the pattern continues, but it switches. The lines that were strong become weak, and the ones that were weak become strong. In any event, out at this point, the weak lines are so weak that they've almost disappeared. Finally, they do really disappear. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and see if we can pick the peaks. Very good. So I'm going to go to Analyze and Find Peaks. And then this software package is really marvelous in terms of what it will do. It will allow us to find peaks. We can control this with a threshold, that was that black line, and a sensitivity. And if we increase the sensitivity, it'll identify more and more peaks. But if we increase it too much, we'll start to just see noise peaks. Right now, it looks okay. The only peak that's questionable is this one way up here at 511.87. It's not clear whether that's real or not. Let's see, there's another funny one at 515.56. And then it looks like the one at 517.2 is valid. Let's try making some adjustments. We got that one to go away. Okay. It's not quite clear exactly what the best place is. But if we use this position, at least we know that if we throw away the first peak, all the rest should be valid. So let's try that. So we've run the peak picking routine. Now we'll copy the data to the clipboard. And then we can open Excel and save the data as an Excel file. And that's what you're going to open to do your analysis. Okay? Very good. Well, when everything is set up, this experiment is very quick. But analyzing the data will take you a little longer, as you'll see in a moment.